It's 8:30, September the 10th, and we're gonna call this meeting to order. Roll call, you wanna do that?
Bush, Baker, Fisher,
Here.
Klein, McMurphy.
Here. Number three, approve, disapprove of minutes of June 11th, 2024 special meeting. Anybody seen any additions or corrections, or you had time to go over it?
I move that we approve them.
Second. All in favor? Or I guess take a roll call vote.
Fisher,
Yes, sorry.
Klein,
Yes.
McMurphy.
Yes. Okay, number 4, approval, disapproval, financial report. Anything
From the last time, just to point out, you'll see that the main account, the central bank, has the funding was transferred from the Winoka and the community banks for the previous audits and insurance, so that we voted on the last time. So that had been moved over. Technically, 17,000 is towards, roughly a little over 17,000 is towards turkey hunt. Then the rest is there. There really wasn't much of anything else to report. I can say that you'll see that with Corey, he did just, I believe it was yesterday, give rent for 2 months, so that amount will be dropped, the 2,000 part of what he owes. That's just kind of saying what it is that he owes.
So the accounts receivable there will be down to 1,000?
Right. He still owes on 2, he's working on it
2
though.
months.
We're working with them. I think like one was like a long time ago before I was here that somehow just got overlooked, and he's kind of just sporadic, will
Yeah,
do
I think he's always
he's
been.
good. He's
Yeah.
good for it.
Yeah, it's just a sideline gig for him, and I don't know exactly what it is he does. All I know is there are usually trucks parked out there, a couple, 2 or 3, if he just does their maintenance or what, but. Any other questions they got?
Move that we approve the financials.
I'll second them.
Okay, roll call vote,
Melissa, Fisher, Klein,
Yes.
McMurphy.
yes. Okay, number 5, approve, disapprove for 2025 meeting dates.
This is just our standard. It's the second Tuesday of the months that we normally meet. For whatever reason, well, the reason was, sorry, got cough. The reason was the meeting that we had scheduled last year was canceled, and because of that, we missed the regular meetings, so all our meetings this year have been special meetings. So this is just to bring it back to the regular meeting also.
Yeah. Everybody good with that?
You need a motion on that?
Yeah.
So
Please.
moved.
I second.
Fisher,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
McMurphy.
Yes. Okay, number 6, action on payment of outstanding bills.
You already did this.
Okay.
It's
And
really
that
that-
was,
That's the Jana Walker one,
yeah,
which is
and
next.
that is $6,950. So, okay, approve, disapprove of audit for fiscal year 22-23. Okay, and that's the audit that you have.
That's the actual audit. That's this big one right here. I mean,
there
back.
anything in here that we should look at, or is it?
I read through the whole thing, not really, understanding a whole lot of their lingo, but, for the most part, I didn't see anything that said that there were issues. And
Usually the last two pages are the most important, and that internal control is always a questionable deal, or, I mean, that's where it never satisfies them, I guess is what I'm.
No, and for me, I mean, the very first part where they say the opinions, it says, in our opinion, the financial statements referred to above present fairly in all material respect the respective financial position of the business type activities of the Woods County Industrial Development Authority as of August 31st. Yeah, so, I mean, it's just like, is accepted, generally accepted in the United States of America, so that's just the part that's telling me you did fine, just with the lingo that they use.
Okay, I'm sitting here, and without reading through on this, it's on page 11, the notes payable. Is that with VAP, and where the pass-through, is that
Yes.
what that is about?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not directly a note to us, well, it kinda is, but it's still,
I mean,
where does the pass-through? for
we
that?
write a check to Outstate Bank, and that pays the amount, so we do actually write a check, but it's just a pass-through, giving them the interest that's lowered,
Or
and they
is
accept.
2028 when that pays off, or is that just all further she went 5 years?
I think that's as far as she went.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe, there's a possibility, let's see, that she might state it in there. Yeah. The note matures on March 1st, 2028. Yeah. It doesn't seem like it would be that much, because it's quite a bit. But yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
So I remember about 388,000 was what the principal was still.
Then, just so everybody's aware, they got a $2 million loan.
Is that the C-PACE thing?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah. And so I guess we aren't involved in that, I don't remember.
Well, we
didn't-
voted on something regarding it, but
Well.
nothing has come our way since, so.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty certain that they got it, and they were in dire need of it.
Well, that's good.
But, yeah, if it doesn't show up on our financials, I don't know. I guess that's strictly to them
Yeah,
because
they haven't come to.
it's private to private.
The only thing that we're still helping out with that, is something on the side is the mowing equipment with the country club.
Oh, okay.
And that's the only thing. Just waiting for a call on that. The first mower that they got, we already it passed through. And there's just a second one that we voted for both of them about a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I guess getting that equipment's hard. So it takes them a while to make the particular ones that they're looking for. So.
But will be the pass-through on it, or?
Yeah, but it's just a one-timer.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not gonna be in a loan situation.
Oh, okay.
They have the funds.
Okay. All
I
right.
guess they received a bunch of funds, some donor of some sorts or something.
For the country club or
The country club, yeah.
Yeah, Austin Quinn Estate. Is helping with
Yeah.
Austin Queen, you say?
that.
Okay. All right. Okay. I guess move on to number 8.
Well,
Update.
do you wanna approve the audit?
Oh, okay. Yeah. If I got a motion to approve this audit.
So moved.
Second.
Fisher,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
McMurphy.
Yes. Now we'll move on to number 8. Update, possible action of the auditors. Oh,
This is,
which count?
you had put it,
For 23-24. This is
Right.
for next year.
for now.
Her-
Yeah.
well, her next audit.
Her next audit. In June, you said we'll pretty much put it on the back burner until this meeting, until after we get this audit.
I don't know if we have a whole lot of choice. I think we made that decision based on the fact that she's essentially local and the other one's from East Oklahoma. That was an option. So, everybody good with that?
Well, we need a motion, I'll
Yes.
make that motion.
Yes.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Fisher,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
McMurphy.
Yes. All right, number 9, update, discussion, possible action on fund transfers from Community Banks Winoka Incubator account for $2,591.04 and airport account for $4,966.16 to Bank Central General account to compensate for the 2024 audit and insurance.
This is just what we moved the last previous 14 years. Now we're just doing it annually, so it just happens that it came that quickly.
Right. And that was where we got this lined out from that, where we were gonna have to cash in that CD to transfer in those funds, the rental funds to pay for the audit and insurance on those specific buildings, and decided to take from each building rather than just everything come from one building. So I entertain a motion to allow this to be transferred.
I move that we transfer the money. Transfer the funds.
Yeah, I remember, we talked about this last time, so I'll second that motion.
Yeah. Roll call.
Fisher,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes.
McMurphy,
Yes.
and Melissa. I will, I haven't written those checks, but I'll write them and probably just swing by to you.
Okay,
And that'll do it.
I should be there. Or I'll be out here tomorrow, right?
Oh, that's right, you. So many meetings.
All right, number 10, update, discussion, possible action regarding the West Lakes building.
We just have these on there every time.
Okay, nothing going on,
No action, really.
okay,
No bills, and I already told you about Corey and.
yeah, no action there. So number 11, we'll move on, update, discussion, possible action regarding Winoka Incubator.
Got another year with them, so we will have 2,500 a month, so we'll have somebody in that building for at least one more year.
Are committed to,
Yeah,
anyway.
right.
Okay, number 12, update, discussion, possible action regarding the month-to-month lease with Dale Logston at airport building. And this maybe bears some discussion, but I don't know. I'd like for the whole board to be here on that deal. What do you think, Jeremy? And we might ought to go into executive session at the next meeting for that.
So
Uh,
you wanna table it till the December meeting?
Yeah,
Still take the month-to-month with Dale?
yeah. I mean, I think everybody on this board ought to be privy to what goes on there
Yeah.
and have some input. If anything changes. So,
Yeah.
table that so it'll be on there and then go to there. All right, we'll move on to number 13, Woods County Economic Development Committee Executive Director Report.
As far as myself, been working on a few things. Been doing a little bit more on confidential business consultations, but talking with Connor Martin and Cody Williams. We're gonna have our donor appreciation mixer October 29th. The plan is to be at the brewery. Cody should have it up and running. We'll have that discussion, of course, at the new meeting, but we'll send invites out to our donors and, you know, kind of a special thank you. I'd like to see some perhaps interactive activities that are there, maybe have America's Oasis in Winoka come and kind of show what they're doing. Alva can have something, you know, kind of something from each community that just, you know, for people, that's what the mixer is. Instead of you sitting down, having the dinner, this will be a good opportunity. Go around, walk around, tour the brewery, so there'll be tours that will go on, you know, in regards to that. And then, you know, have food through them and probably some tastings through them as well. Kind of just a little different. Then probably the next year we'll go back to a dinner. Maybe we'll do it every other on something like this. Be nice to give other establishments the opportunity to. I know Connor has got some things in the works, so you know there's opportunities. But and then AVARD's moving along with their ARPA and PrEP. Been working with that. I'm the person who submits the request for payments and kind of I do the reports, which been monthly. I thought they were going to be quarterly, but they've been monthly reports as of late. They got a new person there, and then the last thing,
Commerce.
yeah, Department of Commerce, yeah. The new person they have that is doing it is somebody I know, just a new person. Jared Cooper and his group are not part of the ARPA and PrEP funds anymore, so they've been handed to Emmett Smith. Not Emmett Smith, but ex-Dallas Cowboy player Emmett Smith. I forgot Emmett's last name, but I know it. But Emmett with community development and workforce he used to be with. So he's now the go-to person. And then, as you know, we've been awarded the USDA RBDG grant, and the revolving loan fund is what we are to do with that. That's what we submitted the application for. That committee meets tomorrow. Melissa is our representative on that committee here. We have to distribute technically $99,999. I like to just go ahead and say $100,000 from this point on because it saves on my voice. But of that 100,000, we'll have to have a year's time. Although the USDA contact said an extension can be given if let's say we've used up 85,000 of it and still have 15,000. But with that said, I do have a couple of interests that will be presented tomorrow. One of them I think is kind of a shoe-in situation, but I could be wrong. You know, we'll let the committee and their expertise decide on that. The other one would be a high risk, in my opinion, but could be very beneficial. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay, is the committee, they're gonna try to set up some guidelines on?
Yeah, I created the guidelines off of another revolving loan fund program, and that's what I submitted to the USDA, which of course we can change. That's also on the schedule for tomorrow. I also have the USDA person available 30 minutes after we start the meeting, in case they have any questions they want to ask her. But you know, it's kind of like we're ready to start it if we're willing to give it out. So what we do in regards of an application for them to fill out, all of that hopefully will be figured out and decided tomorrow.
Okay. And then, well, on a deal like that, we'll have to approve that, won't we, here?
That's
Just
the
gonna be
way I was-
recommendations coming from the committee?
That's the way it was stated when
Okay,
originally,
yeah,
so
okay.
it will have to be, so you'll probably have some special meetings.
That's what I was just getting ready
Will
to,
be called.
Yeah.
For just that purpose, as long as 3 of you are there,
Yeah.
that's the important.
right. Well, I wanted to just be clear on that for
Yeah.
sure, that I'm glad we have some interest in it, can get started using it. And, I mean, as this board, are you gonna have them, I think the biggest question on the committee, are they gonna determine to us how we should do this, whether it be interest-free or low
Yeah.
interest, or?
So, the interest that is collected is really, from my understanding with USDA, goes towards admin. Admin is me. So it's just additional income that comes towards, for, my salary and my needs, such as website development. And, you know, if we are fine with our donors and everything is good there, you know, I don't see any reason for us to go with anything any higher than a 4% to begin with.
Well, I mean,
If not a 0, you know, in
Right.
some situations. I think though, this is just me talking, as the two, being Jay Randalls and Todd Holder, as lenders, they, I'm sure, will have more, their expertise will definitely be, if they suggest, no, we should do at least a 4%, then, you know, because of a good faith situation.
Right, I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
but
we're
they'll
gonna
make
have
those.
them make the
They'll make
recommendations
the
for that.
recommendations. We'll get basically the applications come in and submit it to the committee. And the committee will take a look at it and they'll say, we do not suggest you move forward with this, or you do, and this is the interest you should do it at.
Okay. I'm good with that,
I'm not sure how the process would be, like, because somebody may, for example, once just an email that came to me and said, I would be interested in this, you know, for 3 months roughly, and, you know, then, so that comes as an email, or do we have it where they need to fill out a 1-pager application? I don't know, that's what will have that, but I think once that whole process is done, it'll just really come to everyone as a, you know, yay or nay.
well, did USDA, did they give any instructions, like, can they be a 5-year
Yeah,
payback, a
that-
10-year?
yeah.
Or,
That-
okay,
That was, part of it, it's the committee's decision, or, you know,
okay,
so if you, you know, of course, you know, if you give a loan for $500 and give them a 10-year.
well, yeah,
I mean, hey, I'll take one of those. That's just, you know,
Yeah.
it'll be $10 a month or something like that. It would be actually a lot less than
right, and so, okay.
But, yeah, that would be, those decisions, and that's why the committee would be there to make the suggestion of whether it, you know, like, perhaps a certain amount would be a 5-year or, you know, 10-year.
Okay. Any other questions on that?
Yep.
Okay. I guess, we'll move on to 14, remarks and inquiries by citizens. You got anything for us, Stacy?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to, I'm kidding, I don't have
You better put that in the newspaper.
Okay, I guess we need a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
We're done.